There we go. This should get started. Hold on, before we begin, must take my vitamins. Cannot forget a day without your vitamins. Important. Vitamin D, very important. Oh no, there's another one. And away we go. I've been putting off this blog for 2 weeks, and I decided, you know what? I got to get this shit rolling because now I'm more busy with work. I just came back from California 2 weeks ago. I should have done this video 2 weeks ago, but I just got lazy and procrastinated. But not today. Today is my day off, sort of. It's my day off from the daytime. I'm busy at work now. As always, when I come back from vacation, they need me for more work, so I'm doing some extra work, more money, which means I could probably buy better equipment. I'm not to that amount yet. I'm not up to that number yet, so I'm gonna have to settle for this webcam. I just came back from California on, let me see now. I came back April 12th at exactly 11 p.m. or 11:30 p.m. And adjusting from Eastern time to Western to Pacific time is a bitch. That flight can make anybody drowsy. I'm shocked how many New Yorkers actually travel to Los Angeles. I mean, it's common knowledge that New Yorkers detest Los Angeles. It's not up to debate. It's a fact. Back in 2002 it was when I decided, no, in '01 when I was decided to move to LA. I got a lot of heat from friends. LA people in LA are phony and two-faced, which is very true. I went to LA with a different mindset. I mean, I wasn't living over there anymore. All I can tell you about living in California is especially Los Angeles, it's the deadbeat economy. Things are very, 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 very wacky. Very, very wacky. So I figured, you know what? Let's look at it from a positive standpoint. I have not been to LA in 13 years, so let's get the ball rolling with this blog. How is everybody doing? How was your Easter season? I didn't go to church on Palm Sunday because I was driving to Mexico. See, I went to LA, then to Mexico, and then went back to Los Angeles. Usually people go to San Diego and then go into Los Angeles. My vacation started on April 7th at exactly 6 a.m. Eastern Time. A neighbor of ours dropped us off at Kennedy Airport, and from there we flew to LA, and when we got to LA, it was 1 p.m., which meant 1 p.m., which meant it was 4 p.m. over here, East Coast time. The hotel we stayed in was very ghetto, but it was an okay hotel. I just wish I would have gone in the summertime because I could have enjoyed the pool. The hotel is very ghetto. Is on the corner of Century Boulevard and Hollywood Boulevard. No, I got it all wrong. Century Boulevard and La Brea, which becomes Hawthorne, depending on which angle. You might recognize Hawthorne Boulevard if you ever saw the movie Pulp Fiction. The opening scene with the diner with Tim Roth and that British woman going, "You better move and beg your fucking head off." That was some diner on Hawthorne Boulevard. I'm trying to find out what intersection it is. Is it near Imperial Highway, near El Segundo, near Lenox? I forgot that. I remember some of the streets out there. And the first thing I did was go visit my Uncle Rene. And then after my Uncle Rene, I went to eat, had some tacos. The tacos were okay, but the quesadillas at that place on the corner of Redondo Beach Boulevard, right by some hospital near Gardena, were delicious. Day two, the editor slash brother was busy doing homework in LA, so we couldn't do what we could have done that day, and that is take a trip to Los Angeles, throughout Los Angeles. But we stayed, and what the hell? Give me a second. I gotta find some material. I gotta show you some stuff that I got from California. And we're back. Now, where was I? Was I in day two or day three? Well, let's stick with day two. The editor had to do his homework, so we couldn't go out. I just discovered that LA has their own version of. My original plan was to go to LA, take the bus and train, and explore the city by myself. That's the beauty about living in the central area, as opposed to living in a hotel in the suburb far, far away from everything. You got access to everything. Problem is, the area is ghetto and people get old. But it was my idea. The only trip we took to downtown LA was going to Hollywood Boulevard at night on a Saturday night. Hollywood Boulevard on a Saturday night is the equivalent of Times Square on a Saturday night or a Friday night. It is packed. A lot of tourists, a lot of hot girls, a lot of open shops trying to sell you everything. That was day two. Day 3, it was Palm Sunday. We had to get up early because we had to go meet up the relative in San Diego. And then from there, we left our car, drove into Mexico, went to a buffet, great buffet. They got everything there. It's a Spanish buffet. I'm sorry, no. The argument online, we're not Spanish, we are Mexicans or whatever the nationality we are, because Hispanic or Latino, I don't give a shit. Point is, it was a great buffet with a lot of Mexican food. Plátanos, huevos fritos, frijoles. It was delicious. And the guy was impressed. I remember all the dates and everything about when I was there the first time, because I've been to Tijuana 3 times. Once in 1995, twice in July or August of 2001, and 2 weeks ago. And that was a fun one. When we finally made it to the little placita, little closed door, booth to booth flea market, I bought a lot of cool stuff there. I bought some T-shirts. Damn it, I dropped everything. But what the hell? Check out this wrestling ring I bought. It's a Mexican wrestling ring with Mexican luchadors. I don't know what I did with the Mexican luchador. They're somewhere in some plastic bag, but I have this thing safe. I saw this ring years ago when I was a kid, and I knew it was made out of wood and nails, but it's a really nice ring. Another thing I bought, I need a new cowboy hat. Check it out. A new cowboy hat. It makes it look like one of those guys who sells sandwiches in the street or sells oranges. But this is what I'm going to go for this summer because the water is right around the corner. Last but not least, I bought some wrestling masks. And buying them was a pain in the ass because I am not a conceited guy, but I do have a big head. So, Puyka, 619-916. I forgot that 619 is the area code of San Diego. And this other one that I bought them from 2 separate people. I always feel bad for flea market people. That's why I don't like haggling with them, because I know the bitch it is to be in the flea market world. That's why I'm not in it anymore. I blame my old boss, Mert. But check out this other wrestling mask I bought. Hoo hoo hoo. And my nose is tickling. So that was one wrestling mask. I bought these cheap, kind of like 99 cents type of luchadors. They all come in the same body size, and the paint always gets messed up. I bought a bunch of these years ago at some flea market in Fort Worth, Texas. And that's about it. Day 5, I think, was... aside from day 4, after the flea market, we went to get something to eat. I had a beer called Indio, which was really good beer. Better than the Tecate. Had some tacos that night. Then day 6, what did we do for day 6? Where did we go on day 6? We went all day to a supermarket, some big chain supermarket, kind of like a... I don't know what kind of supermarket. It's like a big Walmart type of supermarket in Mexico. And you know what's funny? If you live in Tijuana, you got the best of both worlds. You got that American feel because there's a lot of American stores there. Applebee's, Walmart, McDonald's. McDonald's has the all-day breakfast over there too. Desayuno todo el día. Then you got Burger King and everything, and then you got the other small little shops, little placitas that are still left from the old days before everything got gentrified. And then day 6 was a Monday. Oh wait a minute, I just mentioned that. Wait a minute, I got lost. Anyway, by 3 o'clock we were back in San Diego or San Rosito, whatever that place was, and it was a 2-hour trip back to Los Angeles. And then we made a stop to visit my uncle again. And then forgot what it was then from there. Then came day 6, and this is where I had to put a stop to my mom. I said, Mom, I'm sorry, but I got a trip to make. And my brother is guilty of this because I convinced him to come with me. We just couldn't do the trip the way we wanted to, which brings me to my next point. Public transportation in Los Angeles is still not that good. The only pro is that it's been 13 years since I left LA, and they've added more subway lines, more trains. I just didn't get a chance to see them. I just saw the usual, the red line. I don't think I saw the blue. I think I saw the green line. I didn't see the blue line from far away. They added a gold line. I remember that one before I left. And they added one that goes to Santa Monica. I took a picture somewhere. I'm going to post it up on my Twitter account of me going to California and the new subway system. Because then it's weird how much has changed. And when you watch movies like Lethal Weapon and Speed, they show what the subway looked like when they were building it. Lethal Weapon 3, there's a scene where Mel Gibson chases the bad guy and he jumps on a train. That's the blue line. He was running in the train track. They were just building the Red Line station at the time, and he went upstairs and he hopped on. That was the 7th and Bixel station. I remember that. He jumped on the train, and the next station was Pico. Right next to Pico is where the Staples Center is. So if you're from Los Angeles, you know what I'm talking about. But I found out. Let me see now. Oh, right now it's right here. I thought I lost it, and it's right here. They add good stuff when I leave. When I lived in LA, they had just added what they call the Metro Rapids, which is the equivalent of the Select bus service here in New York. They added a line by my house, a cool line called the 740. I got the brochure right here with the timetable and everything. But this stupid line used to be much better before. It would take you from the South Bay Galleria all the way to I think it's the Union Center. The Union Station. But now it just goes to Exposition Boulevard, and it takes you to a train station around there. Now this is what I don't like. Look at this. I saved these because I paid for them. 50 cents each. These are transfers. They still make paper transfers like these, but these transfers only work on separate bus lines, not on the family bus line, which means that if I try to use it on another Metro bus, won't work. I got to use it on the Dash, the Torrance, the Gardena, the Santa Monica bus line. They're very slick, like everybody is in Los Angeles, and then they cry about they don't have any money. Another thing, too, is, and I can't find it, is save your plastic bags. Some people are already enforcing that stupid enforcing to buy plastic bags, and they're not 10 cents. That's what they tell you. It's 10 cents plus tax equals 17 cents. So they looked at me like I was rich when I went to some Dollar Tree. Yes, they got Los Angeles got Dollar Trees now, and Family Dollars. That's news to me. And I was like, they looked at me like I was rich because I wanted 2 plastic bags. Those 2 plastic bags cost me 42 cents, which I don't know where they are. They're somewhere around here. Give me a second. But I got another one right here. I went to my local 99-cent store, the big chain 99-cent stores, not the Dollar Tree. And look what I got. Upside down? No. Upside down. So this should be a reminder to all you locals who want to travel somewhere else this summer. Bring bags with you. You're going to be stuck spending 10 cents. Be smart. Especially if you're a New Yorker. Be smart. Because we can be smart all we want, but we get haggled a lot of times when we go to other states. They're smart over there too, believe it or not. Just like we could outsmart them here. Or I don't know what the hell the drill is. I got a copy of the New York's Los Angeles Metro Rapid bus line. Reminds me, I'm going to use it as a background one day. Pretty cool, huh? I haven't studied it yet. Let me see now. I'll show you where I used to live. Give me a second. West Hollywood, downtown LA, Metro Rapids, as far as it goes. Let me see now. Inglewood. Here we go. Inglewood. No, downtown Los Angeles. West Adams, Exposition, Hyde Park. Here we go. Hawthorne. Hawthorne and Lenox. Hawthorne and Inglewood. And here we go. This little corner right here. Hawthorne and Century. Right here. Let me point it for you right there. You can see it. Can you see it? Can you zoom into it? Damn it, you can't. Anyway, that's where the hotel was. It was a ghetto hotel. A lot of crackheads and bums. In fact, I remember that there's a Burger King right next to that hotel. I remember eating at that Burger King years ago, and it wasn't filled with bums. But then again, that's the beginning of South Central. Oh, I'm sorry, South Los Angeles. By the way, there's another misconception about Los Angeles. People think that South Central is not ghetto. It is ghetto. People say that South Central has some nice neighborhoods. Those neighborhoods don't really belong to South Central. They belong to downtown Los Angeles. Baldwin Hills comes to mind. I mean, isn't Baldwin Hills already considered? Isn't it already downtown LA? A friend of mine who was in gangs at the time told me that how South Central is divided, or now South Los Angeles. On the west side, it ends on Martin Luther King Boulevard. On the east side, it ends on Central Avenue, I think. And up and down, left and right. Up and down. It begins on Martin Luther King Boulevard and it ends, I think, on Imperial Highway. Because you got the other, like El Segundo. That's not really South Central anymore. That's, I don't know, maybe it is, I don't know. But the actual geography of South Central, it's not. And by the way, the movie Friday and Boys in the Hood were not filmed in the same neighborhood. Friday was filmed on El Segundo and 120th Street, I think it was. And I know Boys in the Hood was filmed somewhere between Crenshaw and Western Avenue, or Normandy. But I know most of us film on Crenshaw Boulevard. And speaking of that, it's going to be interesting when Crenshaw finally gets their own subway system. It's going to be a subway, not an elevated train. Which is great if you ask me, because I don't want them to fuck up Crenshaw. Crenshaw was my favorite area in South Central. The streets are wide. They're not narrow like Normandy. They're wider than Vermont and Western, and not as narrow as Central Avenue. Central Avenue was a very scary neighborhood back in the days. And here's another one. Oh no, this is if you want to go to Dodger Stadium. You know, I've never been to Dodger Stadium. I've only seen it from far away, even when I lived out there. LA is so big, but what do you want from me? I've never been to the Statue of Liberty, nor have I seen it. Maybe on the ferry one day, but I don't know. And then that was my day before my last day. And then we had to check out at 9 a.m. the following day, which was April 12th. And we took a long ride again. A flight started at 2, but I've got to tell you right now, I am not traveling again. I don't know how you ham-and-eggers and humanoids like to travel a lot. Maybe you do it for bragging rights, so you could go like, hey, I've been here. Where have you ever been? I've traveled all over the world. Where have you ever been? Well, unlike you, nowhere. But that's neither near or there. I just don't have to patiently sit there in the fucking line while they're being patted down and fucking going through your shit. You can't bring water bottles with you because they confiscate them. They confiscated sodas and everything. And that's another fucking bitch. And that kind of ended my trip, and I was not happy. So, you know what? I am not traveling again. It's my first time being on a plane since 2007. I could overlook the turbulences. There were some hot stewardesses, even though they were older and wrinkly, but still great looking. I mean, you can't knock the older women. If the engine still goes up, if the rocket ship still goes to the moon, you cannot knock what they're doing. And then we were back in New York City at exactly 11:30 p.m. that Wednesday night, Thursday. And I should have done the blog that minute I came in, but I was jet lagged, and I was putting off the blog for the past 2 days. So there you have it. That was my trip to Los Angeles. I hope you guys liked it. I'm not going to lie to you. I wish I could have done what a lot of the big YouTubers do. Bring their stick around and film themselves like they all do. But you know what? I can't afford that equipment. Actually, I could. I'm just too cheap to buy it. I don't have that amount of subscriptions yet. And I don't want to get accused of trying too hard. I respond as opposed to not trying at all. But I figured I'm telling you detail by detail. All you got to do is use your imagination. Or just put a screen, put this like this, just hear my voice and pretend I'm a podcast. And that was my trip to Los Angeles. I have not been to LA in 13 years. My last trip to LA was September, I forgot what day it was, but it was September of 2004. I have not been back to LA since. So there you have it. That was my trip to Los Angeles. It's going to be my last time traveling because I don't have the patience to sit there and fly. I don't understand how people nowadays like to travel. It's up to them if they want to sit there in the lines. If you like traveling, go right ahead. What's my vacation? Give me the keys to your house. I'll house sit for you. My vacation is going to somebody else's house and house sit. That's right. I kind of do that. Some of my bosses sometimes pay me when they go away and they want me to house sit and take care of their pets. That's going to be my equivalent of vacation. I just get to sleep on another roof. That's about it. Eat their food and bring my own food, whatever. So that's it. I had to divide this video into 2 parts because I couldn't find all my equipment. And that's about it. So that's it's time to get going now. I did this one from the top of my head. I just try to go day by day by day without going this and that. I was actually working on the blog on Tuesday, but I just got lazy and got tired, and I just said, fuck it. I just ended up making a Facebook video of it. So, all right, folks. California girls, let's, what's the name? How does that song go? I wish they all could be California girls. Even though most of them are not from California. They just moved from other states to California with big dreams. Do people still do that anymore? New York's starting to become that way too. What do you think a lot of these hipsters come from? They ain't from here. They probably lived in other parts of New York City, upstate, and they moved to the big city with big dreams, and they ran everybody out there. All right, that's it. Bye-bye. Sayonara. Peace out. I'm doing this hand gesture. Salud. Hasta luego. Plácido Domingo. I'm signing off.